5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start. The judicial system in India is one of the largest and most intricate in the world, designed to uphold the rule of law, ensure justice, and safeguard the rights and freedoms of its citizens. The system is based on the principles of the Constitution of India, which establishes a framework of legal and judicial principles intended to protect the rights of the people and ensure justice is administered fairly and impartially. The judiciary in India is independent, which enshrines the doctrine of separation of powers, meaning that the judiciary functions independently of the executive and legislative branches. The judicial system in India is hierarchical, with the Supreme Court at the top, followed by high courts at the state level, and lower courts like district courts, subordinate courts, and specialized tribunals at the grassroots level. The Supreme Court of India, located in New Delhi, is the highest judicial authority in the country and has the ultimate authority in interpreting the Constitution, ensuring that laws are consistent with it, and protecting the fundamental rights of the people. The Supreme Court consists of the Chief Justice of India and a number of other judges, whose appointments are made by the President of India in consultation with the Chief Justice. The Supreme Court has original jurisdiction in matters related to disputes between the central government and state governments, as well as appellate jurisdiction, which means it has the authority to hear appeals from lower courts. The Supreme Court is also empowered to review its own judgments, as well as issue writs for the enforcement of fundamental rights, and it plays a key role in interpreting the laws passed by Parliament. Below the Supreme Court are the High Courts, which have jurisdiction over each state or group of states in India. These courts have both original and appellate jurisdiction. They have the authority to hear cases in which the matters involve the interpretation of state laws or the enforcement of fundamental rights. Each state in India, except for a few, has its own High Court, and the Chief Justice of each High Court is appointed by the President of India. High courts have the power to hear appeals against judgments of the lower courts and tribunals, and they can review any case or order that may be contrary to the law or constitution. The high courts also have the power to issue writs for the enforcement of fundamental rights, just like the Supreme Court, and can issue guidelines and rulings to lower courts to ensure consistency in interpreting and applying the law. Below the high courts are the district courts, which are present in every district of India. District courts are headed by a district judge, and these courts hear a wide range of cases, including civil and criminal matters. The district courts have appellate jurisdiction over cases decided by lower courts in the district, such as courts of magistrates and civil courts. In terms of criminal cases, district courts deal with serious offenses such as murder, rape, and other grave crimes. The cases heard in district courts can be appealed to the High Court if necessary. In addition to the district courts, India has a network of subordinate courts, including magistrate courts and civil courts, which handle the majority of cases in the country. Magistrate courts handle less serious criminal offences, such as petty theft, assault, and other minor crimes, as well as issues related to family law, like divorce, domestic violence, and child custody. Civil courts, on the other hand, deal with non-criminal matters, such as disputes over property, contracts, and other civil issues. Specialized tribunals have been established in India to handle specific types of cases more efficiently. For example, the Consumer Disputes Redressal Commissions, the Income Tax Appellate Tribunal, the National Green Tribunal, and others have been set up to address cases in specific sectors. These tribunals have been established to expedite the resolution of disputes in specialized areas and to reduce the burden on the regular judicial system. The judicial system in India is also supported by a wide array of laws, which include statutes, regulations, and case law developed by the courts over time. The Indian Penal Code is the primary criminal law in India, dealing with a wide range of offences, while the Civil Procedure Code governs civil matters. In addition to these, there are numerous laws that address specific areas such as contract law, labor law, and property law. The Constitution of India itself is the supreme law of the land, and it provides the legal foundation for all other laws. One of the most significant aspects of the judicial system in India is its commitment to upholding the fundamental rights guaranteed by the Constitution. These rights include the right to equality, the right to freedom of speech, the right to life and liberty, and the right to constitutional remedies, which allow individuals to approach the courts to seek redress for violations of their rights. The Indian judiciary plays a critical role in ensuring that these rights are protected and that the government acts within the boundaries set by the Constitution. The concept of judicial review is a cornerstone of the Indian judicial system, empowering the courts to review the constitutionality of laws and government actions. If a law is found to be unconstitutional, the courts have the authority to strike it down. This power of judicial review is essential in maintaining the balance of power between the legislature, the executive, and the judiciary. Over time, the Indian judiciary has evolved to address a wide range of social, economic, and political issues, and it has contributed significantly to the development of Indian democracy. Judicial activism, where courts take an active role in interpreting laws in a way that advances social justice, has become an important feature of the Indian legal system. The Indian judiciary has often intervened in matters relating to environmental protection, human rights, and government accountability, expanding the scope of the law to address emerging issues. Stop.